Live from downtown Salt Lake City, this is 2 News at 9.
The search for little Lizzie Shelley continues tonight, moving into day 5. Jeremy Harris live at police headquarters with more on the investigation and updates now from the field. A crash paralyzes traffic in West Bountiful, takes out power to thousands. The very latest on power restoration and the fiery aftermath of this crash. A disaster bill that would have brought billions of dollars in relief to people across the country has been blocked. Why this isn't the end of the bill? Thanks for joining us for 2 News at 9 o'clock. Right now, power crews are on scene after a powerful crash takes down an electrical transformer, causing a fire. This is a picture tweeted out by South Davis Metro Fire. You can see the intense flames as emergency responders struggled to free the people stuck inside that car as the fire intensified. Luckily, the person inside that car only suffered minor injuries. No word yet now on a cause. At one point, there were nearly 2,700 outages following that crash. This is a look at those current numbers. Outages affecting the Centerville and Bountiful areas. As you can see, now there are only hundreds without power. Right now, they say they're working to get them back up and running as soon as possible.
The reality of the situation is, as the days continue, people are getting angry. They're getting frustrated.
Logan 5-year-old Lizzie Shelley is still missing tonight as the search inches towards its day 5 tomorrow. Right now, the Logan Police Department believes she is hurt, but they don't know where she is. Jeremy Harris live tonight in Logan for us. And Jeremy, is there anything new police can say to us right now?
Well, Heidi, we're ending the day much the same way we began, with very few answers about what happened to 5-year-old Lizzie Shelley and where she is right now. Now, we've been here in Logan all afternoon following the investigation, and we can tell you those search teams, they have still been out. They've been focusing on the waterways in the southwest area of Logan, and they're unfortunately were not able to turn up anything new today. Now, we also got an inside look at some of the support that the community is offering those search teams and also to Lizzie's family. We were able to take an inside look. There were catered meals for those search and rescue teams. We also talked to some of the people who are coordinating donations for the family. They said they have had help not only from the Logan community, but statewide and even from out of state, people who want to support the Shelley family at this time and also the search and rescue teams in their efforts. One important note to pass along, there is no set financial donation point at this time. That will come tomorrow in a Zion's bank account. They are urging caution when donating to GoFundMe's or any other fundraising website for right now. That information is going to be released tomorrow. Working on a more thorough report on 2 News at 10 o'clock where we'll show you what the community is doing, a visible sign of support for the Shelley family. For now, reporting live in Logan, Jeremy Harris, 2 News.
All right, another agonizing day there. Her uncle, Alex Whipple, is now considered the prime suspect in her disappearance. Police say they do have strong evidence against him. It was earlier this evening he appeared in court where he was charged with crimes unrelated to Lizzie's disappearance. They include failure to disclose identity, possession of a controlled substance, and failure to stop at an officer's command. Meanwhile, more video is coming in tonight, reportedly showing Alex Whipple, the main suspect in 4-year-old Lizzie Shelley's disappearance. It was captured near 700 West, 100 South in Logan on Saturday. Police say they believe it is him based on the mannerisms. Unfortunately, they say it is still too far away to be completely sure. Be sure to stay with 2 News for more on this and other stories that are important to you. Be sure to stay connected with 2 News on air and on our app, online as well at KUTV.com. Right now, we do want to talk weather, severe weather in much of the country tonight in the Midwest. Some big tornadoes going through Kansas City tonight.
Absolutely. We had a very large wedge tornado that pushed just to the west and north of Kansas City, moving through the outskirt communities of Kansas City. Quiet there right now. The line that produced that extremely large tornado has pushed off toward the east, now stretching from the northeast of Kansas City all the way up toward the Chicago area. We do not have any tornado warnings with this this line right now, but we do have a couple of severe thunderstorm warnings. So still a very powerful system. Look what is just to the west of Kansas City. We have more strong and severe thunderstorms popping up. Again, with these, no tornado warnings, but we do have severe thunderstorm warnings, and notice how they are pushing right toward the Kansas City area, unfortunately. Back here at home, we still have lingering showers and a few isolated thunderstorms. The most impressive one is right here. It's pushing from the south end of Cache Valley back down toward the Brigham City area. This is producing some very heavy rainfall and some gusty winds as you go through Sardine Canyon and then into Brigham City. This system, this little thunderstorm cell, is working its way toward the southeast. It'll be impacting Perry at 9:10, Willard, if it holds together, at 9:27. Down towards southern Utah, some scattered showers there as well. This is all associated with that slow-moving storm, which is sitting right here. I'll let you know when it finally moves out and what comes in behind it in just a few minutes. Heidi.
Lindsay, thanks. We'll see you in a minute. New tonight, the death of a 17-year-old Provo teen is now being called an accident after he fell off of a moped. It all happened Friday night in a church parking lot. The teen died from his injuries at the hospital. Police are now investigating what exactly happened, but say it does appear to be an accident. A traffic stop in Iron County turns into a massive drug bust. According to police, the 4 suspects, all from out of state, were initially pulled over for having illegal window tint. Officers became suspicious after the people in that car had varying accounts of what they were all doing here in Utah. A search was conducted and nearly $900,000 worth of methamphetamine was found in that car. The 4 suspects who you see on your screen are now facing a slew of felony charges. The TSA recently updated its guidance to passengers on what can be brought on planes to include some forms of medical marijuana. The agency notes under federal law, possession of marijuana and some cannabis-infused products remain illegal, but they say the agency was made aware of an FDA-approved drug containing CBD oil for kids with pediatric epilepsy. The TSA said it immediately updated its public guidelines so families know they can travel with this medication. A live look for you up near Deer Creek Reservoir, where crews are out there still tonight working to mop up the aftermath of a truck crash and gasoline spill. In the last 10 minutes, we have learned UHP will start letting northbound and southbound traffic alternate getting past State Route 189 today after intermittent closures have lasted most of the day.
It may require a closure again as we upright the tank that's full and determine how we can offload that butane in order for the heavy-duty wreckers to safely pull it out of the water back onto the roadway where they can haul it off.
It happened around 11:15 this morning after a truck hauling butane crashed. The driver was not hurt. However, multiple agencies are on scene working to contain the diesel spill, as well as testing the water in the reservoir for contamination. At midnight, the St. George Airport closing for 120 days, all of it in the name of renovation. Crews will also be rotor milling all 5,400 feet of asphalt on the runways. According to airport management, growth in the last 6 months is expected to offset the lack of revenue during this closure. Starting tonight and running through tomorrow morning, 2100 North will be closed at I-15 in Lehigh. Crews will be setting bridge beams and concrete panels between 9:30 and 5:30 in the morning. Suggested alternatives are Timpanogos Highway, Lehigh Main, or Triumph Bridge during those closures. Happening tomorrow, the Utah Department of Environmental Quality, they'll be holding an informational live stream about the upcoming algal bloom season. Blue-green algae blooms release toxins which can be deadly to both humans and pets. The live stream will be on their Facebook page starting at 10 in the morning. Struggling communities in the U.S. will have to wait a little longer for federal assistance. Earlier today, 2 House Republicans blocked a bill that would have allotted more than $19 billion for disaster relief. That's been the headline today. The real story, Congress is actually in recess and only a handful of congressional leaders were there to vote. The money would help states affected by recent wildfires, hurricanes, flooding, and other natural disasters. They'll get another chance to pass the legislation Thursday. According to a report in the New York Times, President Trump wants to limit what can be published in climate science reports. He's repeatedly denied evidence of global warming. The paper said Monday that the Trump administration plans to only show effects of climate change through the year 2040. Current models from the U.S. Geological Survey go through the end of the century. A live look tonight from Washington, where President Trump is now back on American soil. It follows a state trip to Japan. Meanwhile, Democratic frontrunner Joe Biden back on the campaign trail after taking a few days off. His campaign, however, became the subject of some harsh words by the president, with Biden's campaign firing back after the president sided with the North Korean dictator during a news conference in Japan.
Well, Kim Jong-un made a statement that Joe Biden is a low IQ individual. He probably is, based on his record. I think I agree with him on that.
The campaign calling the remarks beneath the dignity of the office and drawing mass bipartisan criticism. Senator Mitt Romney has scheduled a town hall meeting. It's set for tomorrow. It'll start at 6 o'clock at the Heber City Police Department. Doors open at 5:30. In a tweet, Romney said he's looking forward to hearing from Utahns. Coming up here on 2 News at 9 o'clock, more deadly storms erupting across the Midwest, where the very latest round of severe weather hit and how people there are coping. Plus, a landmark trial begins in Oklahoma, what it could mean in the fight against that opioid epidemic.